Okay, we're live. Well, we're almost live. I don't know. It's going
We're
live.
almost live.
It's almost live. Yeah, there we go. It's down for unscheduled maintenance, but we're almost live.
Hold on, I'm gonna.
Now we're live. We're live. Drunken Crypto streamed drunk. I have a cool intro for this, but I don't know how to use it when I'm doing a live stream. Yeah.
I totally forgot to shut off this horrible Bose system in the background, smashing my eardrums with straight up iHeartRadio garbage.
iHeartRadio.
Do you now?
A friend of mine used to work for them.
I apologize. That sucks. Condolences.
I don't work for anymore, but it's
yeah.
Bob. They just started him, Darko, who's supposed to be here. Yeah, I gotta send Darko a link.
Where the hell's Lee? And why do you like the Eagles?
Lee is not coming because he's being weird, man.
Well, that's all right.
He's being very weird.
We all have the ability to be weird every once in a while.
Well, a weird day, yeah. But this was his idea to do this Drunk on Crypto. He wanted to do it last night when he was drunk. I know what happened. I know exactly what happened. He was in a pub, right? And then he got into an argument with someone, I'm sure, about socialism, because he lives in a socialist country. And then he messages me, Sean, Drunk on Crypto, man. Drunk on Crypto in like 2 hours. Come on, an hour. And I was like, dude, everyone hates it when you do this. It's like last minute shit. And then he's like, no, Drunk on Crypto about socialism, man. So I know he was just in this bar. He got into an argument with someone about socialism. And he's like, we're going to have Drunk on Crypto about this and talk about it. So, but then nobody could do it like in an hour. I didn't want to do it because we're supposed to take a day off. Hey, Teton.
I'm actually sending Tom the link. He's like, fuck yeah, I'll be there in 2 shakes.
Oh, cool.
Sorry for the swearing.
Yeah. It's okay.
I'm sending him the link.
And we had our stream today. We talked about Drunk on Crypto in like 2.5 hours. He's like, yeah. Yeah, I was like, man, fuck it. I'm tired anyway. I'm tired.
Well, you know what happened? It's not hair of the dog on crypto. It's drunk on crypto. He's already passed drunk.
No, he actually
it's said that. Time frame.
He actually said that to me, dude. He actually said to me.
Did he?
No, man, I got to work tomorrow. I was like, what? Doing what? Videos and stuff. I was like, so do I, dude. You mean videos and stuff, I was like, whatever, man.
Travel. I'm going to Antarctica. I'm going to go visit the fucking Atlantean, lizard people.
The Atlanteans. He is going to Ireland.
No wonder why I haven't got to. No wonder why.
What?
Shit. I'm sorry. I've been able to get a hold of Tom for a little bit. It turns out, reason being is most likely he's, in the middle of freaking nowhere.
Oh, with no, Wi-Fi and stuff.
Well, yeah, not on his phone. Hold on a second. I'm
trying to find my.
I've been out there. It's glorious. Have you ever not had service of any kind before? Like in the last 2 years, 3 years?
I've turned it off, man. It really is an addiction, dude. It really is.
Yeah. It's even more of an addiction when you don't have it.
Yeah.
You start
that's when I notice. That's when I notice it, man. When you don't have your phone, or it's like, and it's weird just thinking of something. Oh, I just want to know this, and you can't look it up. And you're like, oh, there's some stupid trivia thing I don't know the answer to. That used to be life, man. Yeah. It's like, if I really want to know, I'll go to the library. I'll go to the library and find out tomorrow, next week. Now there's no way.
Or dial up. Like if it's really important, I'll download it.
Yeah.
And then I'll read it next week anyway.
Man, I don't even know where my drunken crypto is. There it is, drunk on crypto.
Are we live? It says live.
Yeah, we're live. We're live. We're live.
Good. Good.
We're
Hi,
live.
everybody. Hey, oh, that was a dog.
Yeah, it is your dog. Okay.
No, it's not my dog. It's my mother-in-law's dog.
Okay.
I'm actually in the apartment I built as a Airbnb that was netting me more than my mortgage, and I handed it over to my mother-in-law. Yeah, I'm a
Well, at least
fucking
you're happy.
saint.
At least you're happy about it.
Super happy about
All right.
it. You can record
Dalen's here. Hey, Dalen. I invited your dad to jump on if he wants to jump on. Yeah, we could talk about that. We're developing an app that Dalen has made. He's a really, really good programmer.
Oh, is he?
It's a
What does he do?
big project. Well, he developed the app, man. He's
go on. I'm sorry for interrupting.
It's okay. Drunken Crypto, what are you drinking?
Me?
Yeah.
Local brew. This is the oldest brewery in all of Asheville. We now have over 30.
You had that last time.
Well, was it last time?
Yeah. Yeah, it looked good. Is there an expiration date on these things, man? This has
Yeah,
been
it should be on the bottom.
It's been in my fridge for 2 years. Nah, it's just weird numbers. It says 95, so I don't think so. But it's not quite rusted through yet, so it's a Smirnoff Smash. Strawberry lemon.
That sounds like straight buttholes.
It's 8%.
Damn.
It still has bubbles though, which I'm surprised.
It still has bubbles. Look at this guy.
It's not bad. It's not bad.
Well, I'll tell you this. Lee's got a hell of a community over at KIFS, by the way. I've been enjoying his little Telegram channel.
Yeah, that's both of ours actually. We're the KIFs.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's confusing because it's the brand is KIFs. Keep it fucking simple. And then he's KIFs Crypto. So, but yeah. KIFs Trading. It's which if you trade, you should head over to SnapX. We're having a trading competition. And join my team, trade a little.
No, I don't trade anything other than, shit.
You trade
Satoshi's
shit.
Well, I trade Satoshis and dollars for a little beer here and there, and I trade information for information. And
Nimiq's Twitter is giving hints about an announcement. Well, I'm gonna get with the team tonight then, Tan, and find out.
Dude, is that what you do? Like you just straight trade these days?
Yeah.
I mean, I know you got a couple of things going on project wise.
I do. We have someone who I didn't invite.
Oh, bring him in.
Let's see who it is.
Knocking on the door.
Vince.
Over. Hey.
That's Tom.
Yeah. Hey, Tom.
Shit. How you guys doing?
Hey, what's up, man?
Let's get the video going here. Click on more. Shit, I'm on a phone. How do I get it to be multi-screen there, Sully?
Holy hell.
Oh, just scroll over. Just go over.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to do gallery view.
Yeah.
You should just go up and it's over by this full screen on a phone. I think it's over by the full screen. It's been a while.
Yeah, stupid.
Dude, I was going to say, you must be up in the Northwoods. I haven't been able to get a hold of you for a while. What are you doing? Storing gasoline? What's going on?
Show my video. No, man, I've just been fucking hanging, man.
Fucking hanging.
Oh, dude, I got up here. Shit, I got up here on
there you are.
Thursday.
Okay.
Friday. No, I just came up here, man, because I'm just like, what the hell's the point of hanging out, being out with a bunch of crazy people that I don't know, think the world is inside out. That's driving me nuts.
Hey, I'll tell you this. You're not the only one. And cheers to getting driven nuts. And cheers to being smart enough to fucking get out of wherever the hell you were, where it was trying to get you nuts.
There we
What
go.
are you doing? Oh,
No, I was just scrolling over. I just thought that there we go. I got everybody. I got
Ooh.
Sean. I got yourself. I got your bad self. Look at up at the cabin hanging out with Vinny. Hey Vinny.
oh shit. Hey, guy.
Hey, Vinny, how you doing?
Oh, man.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey,
He's eating pizza.
so good for him. Vulgar display of Vincent.
Vulgar display of Vincent. Yeah.
Vulgar display of Vincent. He's only if you do Vincent, he'll probably get you shut down in a couple seconds.
Yeah.
If we ask to get 15 minutes and one question, guaranteed Vincent gets you shut the fuck down. And it's not for reasons why you would think. It's
beautiful. It's beautiful.
It's a gut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you gotta go online.
Vincent is a gut shot to the government. Is what Vincent is. A gut shot to the government.
Yeah, he scares people.
We're not trying to hype him up either. Like that used to be our lead singer back there. That's the guy. And he's the reason why we got kicked out of Colorado Springs for many moons.
Yeah, 86 for life out of there.
What are you drinking, Tom?
Oh, drinking a little bit of wine.
Cool.
Always.
I'm drinking
out of a jar, as always.
Classic. Classic.
It's like the perfect combination of France and the Appalachian Mountains. Join the club.
I'm gonna send you guys something for Christmas that I've decided to send you guys for Christmas. It's gonna be good, and save it. I want to have a stream end of the year with all of us, and it'd be cool. But
I'm in.
You got to get Rice on, and Lee and Larry, who's coming on. But yeah, I want to have all of us toast the end of this shit year.
Yeah, shit, man.
Here's the thing: is can we record firearms on your channel?
Yeah, sure.
Well, last year I made a big cake and then put a certain incendiary device inside the cake and then blew it up with my shotgun to bring in the new year.
Did you put tannerite in that pig?
Kind of, sort of. Kind of, sort of.
I used to make incendiary devices for New Year's and for 4th of July.
Yeah.
They're quite big. You know the sparkler ones?
Well, shit. The sparklers, dude.
Yeah.
Get them about yay big around.
Yeah, I got one that was about this big around, dude.
Oh,
and loads and loads of that electrical tape, just solid tight. Just like it was like.
Dude, did you layer? Did you use aluminum foil and then electrical tape on the outside of that?
No, I just tight. That's just so. It was so tight.
The tighter you can get it.
Hey, Sean.
Amazing.
Sean, take a look at the view that I got right now.
Yeah, that's nice, man.
No, wait. If this keeps going around. Oh, keep going. This is one of my favorite properties ever.
That's nice. Yeah, Eric was just outside. His yard was pretty freaking nice, man.
Dude, my yard is nothing like that. That's one of my favorite places in the country. Is right there for sure.
I love it up here.
You still up in Colorado? Are you in Colorado?
Well, let's just say it's Colorado. let's not.
No, I'm in northern Wisconsin.
Oh, cool.
Dude, if you're okay saying it, I ain't doxing you. I was gonna say it's Colorado. Fuck it. Look at this.
Yeah, that is nice, man. That is nice. Hey, Larry.
What's up,
Brooklyn Larry?
What's up, fellas? What's up, Eric? All right, how's things, man?
Sorry, I just disappeared for a second. Lost internet.
Yeah, you froze up.
Inside. Go back inside, or get a booster.
Yeah, go back inside there.
I'm having a smoke. All right.
There you go. All right. Well, welcome to Drunk on
kind of
Crypto,
into it.
everybody. What's going on with y'all? What's going on with y'all's?
Oh, Larry, what's up?
Not much. How are you?
Hey, Joe Russ, what's going up with your YouTube channel, man?
Oh shit.
Consent of the governed.
Yeah. So we need to get together and grab all of our shit and get a few things recorded regarding intros and various let's say like Anchor FM spots. I know that Tom and I, one of the worst things you can possibly say in this industry is I've been busy, but
Yeah.
holy fuck, have we been busy? Yeah, on our own stuff. I don't know. I've been posting a few things to the KIFS Telegram regarding Kool-Aid and some project stuff that just came.
I'll make you an intro, man, for your channel.
Oh, hell yeah.
And Larry, me and Lee are working on something for you.
That's awesome. I appreciate that.
Yeah, you got banned from KIFS.
Does that mean you don't like mine, or does that mean you don't like mine? You just
got banned?
Change it up for me.
he got banned. He got banned the other day. I don't think he knew it, but
Damn,
yeah,
why?
because he posted a
What
video
have you
about
done?
having sex at work. So one of the admins was like, "No, you can't post porn here." And Lee brought you back in, but I was like,
Oh, did he?
"Yeah." Like,
That's funny. Yeah, I guess they were expecting to see some kind of nasty shit on there, right?
also, yeah, that video is getting you a lot more views than the other ones. I
You
noticed
seen
that.
right? You seen that?
Yeah,
I know.
yeah.
That one ran quick, man. That's crazy. I say sex and drugs sells, right?
Yeah, you put it up there.
Oh, there you go.
Sex at work. All right.
Yeah, that's crazy. Vince, how you been,
Oh,
buddy?
Well,
No.
that's Tom.
I said, Tommy, I'm using Vince's phone. That's my brother.
Yeah, no. That's why I called you Vince. I remember you as being Tom. I said, let me call you Vince because that's what's up there.
Yeah, we got.
Oh shit! Yeah, how you
figured
doing,
say,
Larry?
what was this? Fucking guy nuts? Yeah,
I was
good,
how was
brother. How
things-
you been? Everything's good.
Yeah, man, good, man. I'm back up in the cabin, hanging out here, man. Just getting away from all the crazies.
Yeah, I seen you outside before me. It looked beautiful over there. It looked nice.
Yeah,
Outside you.
it's gorgeous right now, man. The leaves are starting to change, and I'm out in the middle of nowhere. Nobody's out.
I forgot how early fall hits up there.
Mhm.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
It's all the same here, dude. Texas is it's always the same. It's
That
raining.
sucks,
It's
bro.
raining a lot now. It's raining a lot now. But
It's because they stopped manipulating the weather finally.
for a little bit, taking a break. So we got Larry, we got Vinny, we got Tommy, we got Sully, and Sean.
Well,
and Sean.
Sean.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh yeah, Eric, he's gotta go
I'll
out and
tell you
show
this,
off. I got
I'm
trees
sitting
too.
here,
That's nice. It's out there too.
oh, they're
Beautiful.
not bad. No. That guy over there, I was saying, one of my favorite pieces of property in America.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
It's not something you're gonna find
No,
anymore, man.
no.
These places
Nope.
don't exist.
No.
You know. Oh, and Sully, you want to talk about people like leaving the city, man?
You guys have been blowing up too?
Holy shit, dude! There used to be up to 70 properties for sale out here, between here and Iron River, and now we're sitting at 3. There's 3 places for sale.
Everybody bought bug out spots immediately.
What about California, man? Everyone is just leaving their mass exodus, dude.
Mass
Leaving.
exodus.
In droves.
I don't think they have
Hey,
any
you wanna-
choice
you wanna
right
talk
now.
about,
They got to get out. Freaking fires. It's crazy over there
Yep.
with the fires and stuff, right? They got to run from there. They got to get out of there.
Well,
Oh
Austin,
shit, man! You should have seen it out in Colorado, man. It was ridiculous.
mm-hmm.
I mean, dude, it was like the apocalypse out there, man. You know, we had one day where it was like a scene out of what the fuck was that? That Netflix movie, Stranger Things. where ash was just like raining down.
Oh shit!
And
Yeah.
Look at Eli.
That's
dude,
crazy.
I mean, like pine needles were just like
The
raining
book of
down.
Eli.
Yeah, my friend sent me pictures from California, and it's like apocalypse now, dude. Just like the just the sky's just red with fire. You
It's
know,
about time they
smoke.
get what they got coming to them.
Damn hippies. But people have been coming to Austin. People have been coming to Austin from California for years now.
Hmm.
To where Austin's like a completely different place. There's homeless people everywhere in Austin. It's like the South Park
Dude,
episode.
it's like up in Longmont too. There we never had this many homeless people. They bust these fuckers up there. I mean, they are literally everywhere.
Just
up
like
there.
the South Park episode, dude. Just like
I'll
South Park.
buy you.
Mhm.
I'll buy you a lunch and a ticket. Get
Yeah.
the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Get on the board. Get on board.
But it's so weird that they're talking about Texas might flip to become a blue state, which is just weird.
Oh, I bet they are talking about it.
Yeah, and Austin,
They're talking a lot about it.
Austin is such a weird fucking place. They defunded the police, and the whole state is like, "What the fuck?"
That's disgusting.
That's our
Perfect.
capital.
No,
It's our capital.
as-
Dude, you know the governor is like, "What the hell's wrong with you?" So the governor brought in like 22,000 state troopers that completely ran law enforcement for Austin.
I'm all about this. I love the idea of tension behind elected officials, right? So in Texas, that to me that makes a lot of sense. Like you guys should have the quintessential like sheriffs, all the deputies, all the stuff. Like it should all be I don't want to say privatized in the way of corporate bodies, but they should be autonomous in their own right. They should have rights, you know, like the duties and obligations of the elected officials should not outweigh the rights of the citizens or their sheriff. And you guys are a stronghold in that idea.
Well,
like,
we were, but
well,
Austin is a weird place. Like Austin,
Dude.
the police and most of the residents are at odds with the politicians there. They didn't legalize marijuana, but they decriminalized it. So you weren't going to be charged if you were caught smoking marijuana or if you had less than a certain amount. But the police said they refused to enforce that. So they would arrest a person, take them down to the police department, take their picture, book them, and then let them go because they can't go to, because the judge will literally have to throw it out. But the police refuse to not arrest them because it's still a federal state crime. So
dude, I love that tension.
They will still write
just for weed. Damn.
They will write a ticket. They will write you a ticket. They'll write you a ticket for
That's
shit.
crazy.
And
Well,
there's so much tension. There's so much people at odds. They will write a ticket that they cannot go to court for, but they'll just write the ticket as a protest. The police will against the city government. It's ridiculous.
But this is in Austin, right?
Just Austin.
Just Austin. So the rest of the state is like fucking free and clear of this, you know, hoopla.
Yeah,
like
just
like,
Austin.
Just Austin.
Just no other cities, no other small towns. Just Austin is completely because like they have in California the main the most of the residents or the police or anything still all that stuff still very conservative, but so much other stuff is just and I believe I think weed should be legalized now, personally.
I think it would help out the states in such a major way. I mean, the kind of revenue these states are. I mean, I saw it firsthand out in Colorado when they first did it. It was, and it wasn't just the people selling weed that was making money. It was the people growing it, the electricians, the carpenters, the people like me, the guys setting up security systems.
Fucking us.
Yeah, setting
POS systems. Yeah.
Everything.
Or wire.
Everything that involved that.
Well, so much about that industry doesn't make any sense, man. Like, I mean, that's one of the reasons why a lot of like pot coins and cannabis crypto coins have come about, and things like Tusk for like the gun industry. Because
Sean, I'm pretty good friends with the people over at Potcoin, right?
Yeah, I think I did.
So if you knew what they were doing, if you knew what they were doing right now,
But I didn't know this
Holy
until I talked
shit.
to was it Tokes platform. That
Okay.
so it's a legal thing, right? You're in Colorado, you're in California, wherever it's legal. So I opened a business. I'm a mom and pop. We
Mhm.
open a legal business. We're hippies, peace. We're selling just our edibles and whatever. Any
Right.
money you make, you can't deposit that money in a bank. No
Well, no,
bank
you
will
have to.
take your deposit.
Well, no, so you have to
You
privatize security. You have to
well, you
privatize a
can
police
work with
force.
you
Yes.
can work with certain
You-
credit unions that will actually deal
True.
with you.
It's all iffy,
It's,
and
it-
mo-
it's,
and
it's
most of
very
them won't.
iffy.
Yeah,
It's
No,
very
no,
iffy,
it's not.
because-
and it does change.
No, it's not.
because
It does
because your
change on a regular.
your income is illegal, is federally illegal. If they're
Federally
insured,
legal.
by the FDIC, they will tell you we can't take your money. It was gotten by illegal means.
Well,
so
no,
that's why those coins have come about.
but
If you're
what does
going
the
to
FDIC? What does the FDIC stand for?
Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation,
Insurance, right?
right?
So the only thing they can hold over anybody's
Our
head.
douchebags. I'm sorry.
The only thing they can hold over anybody's head is this ability to insure it, right? But if you're only insured up to 125,000 US dollars per account, who gives a shit? I mean, if like you can now segregate all of your accounts. I mean, these are ploys that people in various industries have been pulling off since time was time. You look at like Panama, the Panama Papers, right? All of these things are not just the ways that others have been able to maintain their elitism. It's ways that we can actually benefit from their elitism.
I know, but back into reality, man. These people,
Reality.
these mom and pops, they have a legitimate legal business that they opened because they believe in peace and whatever. Now they have to have a privatized police force, like Tom said.
You're right.
They have to have
You're right.
massive bulletproof everything because
Yep.
they're targets of organized crime, because they have to have
Agreed.
cash. They have to have tons of cash. It's like a neon sign. We have tens or hundreds of thousands of dollars in this little place run by two hippies in their 60s.
Well,
You know,
and they get hit with taxation without representation, right? So they're completely taxed up
Yeah.
and down, because all of that tax, according to the legalization through Colorado, was tax would go to the police force and to the schools. Well, Colorado has some of the best schools I've ever seen regarding infrastructure and actual business. And I was just down there and 2 years ago, and I was looking at the expanse that is all of these schools. That was really cool. I'm not a huge fan of taxes, but I did notice a huge jump in like educational infrastructure. But I also saw infrastructure building in fracking and fucking over a whole bunch of other things.
Yeah.
I'm not either way on the situation. All I believe in is the freedom for people to do their research and
Sully,
make a good decision.
freedom
Yeah,
for all, not some. Freedom for all, not
Hey,
some.
Nick, welcome.
Yes.
Nick is
Thanks, man.
Nick is
What's
from
up, Nick?
Canada.
Nick is in Canada.
Nick was on a
Canada, eh?
kayak last time we talked to him.
Hey,
Oh,
hey,
yeah, hey, Nick, how's it going there, eh?
hey, good, eh?
Hey,
I'm up here in northern Wisconsin there, eh?
It's not
Yeah.
too far away.
Hey, Nick, how goes the war?
Which war?
The war.
Oh, the war.
Yeah, the war.
Going well so far.
Really?
Which war?
Yep.
If I let him tell you, you'll think he's insane, because he will tell you with a fervent craziness. But he's at war with squirrels. He takes it very seriously.
I can see that. We do up here as well.
Ask Tom and his father.
Yeah.
I know.
Serious game. It's not a game, actually. It's a serious war.
It's a serious sport. You know, my John caught 21 or 22 flying squirrels out of his chimney.
Holy smokes.
Yeah.
Holy
Jesus Christ.
I moved this weekend.
The war is real.
I moved 5 red squirrels.
Does his house reside in Oz?
No, it's right up. It's across the lake. Hold on.
It's over here. It's over there. It's across the lake.
20 flying squirrels.
Yeah, it's across the lake.
Yep.
That's a
Yeah.
big chimney, man.
So we have like
How
red
do you take
squirrels,
him out? You shooting them or
gray
you killing
squirrels,
them?
and black squirrels.
No, he's trapping them. He's
He's what?
trapping them out of there.
And it's the red squirrels that are like the troublemakers. They're horrible.
Well,
little
the red
creatures.
squirrels we shoot, or Vincent shoots, and the flying squirrels you got to trap out of there. And then the chipmunks, unfortunately, got to kill them too. You know, they're cute, but they got to die because they're
They're cute, but they gotta
Yeah, they
die.
gotta go. They gotta go. You know, the 22s, right? He's
Oh.
22 shooting them right in the head.
Right.
Hey,
Hey,
17
Brook-
HMR.
Brooklyn Larry.
17
Okay.
HMR.
Yeah.
Brooklyn Larry, when's the last time you shot a red squirrel for being cute, but also being an asshole?
Yeah. What do you decide? Like, you know, hey, you're cool. Are you an
Yeah.
asshole? Yeah, right now you're dead. All right. All right.
Ah, you're dead.
If
I'm
you're
sorry.
cute, you're not
You
an
might be
asshole, let you
cute,
go.
but you're
Yeah.
still dead.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Hey,
Sorry.
Larry,
It's
Larry,
your problem, man.
Well,
Larry,
yeah.
Phil
got a
said
problem.
hi. Larry, Phil
Hi,
said
Phil.
hi to you. Y'all don't. None of y'all eat the squirrels though. In Texas, we eat the squirrels.
No, my dad does. I called him on my birthday or on his birthday one time. I said, Dad, what are you doing? He's eating a squirrel.
Good man.
I said, Dad, it's your fucking birthday. What are you doing eating a squirrel, man? I felt like it.
It was on the bucket list. Yeah.
Because I'm
Yeah,
a fucking
it's fun
man.
eating a
Yeah.
squirrel.
Because I'm a fucking man.
Because I'm a real man. A real
I'm a
man
fucking
eats
man.
squirrels.
You know,
Little
it's
bitch.
funny.
Click.
Well,
This
this year they instigated the
talking
war
real
this
quick
year
about
because
talking real
they
quick about
throw the
squirrels.
pine
A
cones,
friend of
right? They
mine,
land on the roof.
Holy
got a
shit,
picture of a New York rat. I just want to see if you can share this with you. He
Dude, fucking New York rat.
sent it to
Yeah.
me.
This guy.
It looks like a freaking. It looks like a squirrel, no?
It's
About
like
the
a fucking
size of a
muskrat.
Yeah,
freaking
yeah,
squirrel.
those things are huge. The New
Yeah.
York squirrels are like cats.
Yeah,
Holy
Yeah,
smokes.
they'll kill a cat, man.
that's a
They're
freaking
huge.
rat. That's
That's
a
as big as
rat.
it. We have,
Yeah.
we got muskrats out here that live on the river. That because my dad's a trapper,
Huh?
and they're about
Oh
this
damn.
big, you know. And
God.
gosh, at one point in time, well, because they looked a lot like Chinese mink, that farmed mink. So
Mhm.
they got up to about $8 a pelt here recently, but that was a few years ago. Now it's like $1 a pelt, and it's not really worth going out.
My son cleaned out the
trapping for all
shed
those
in the
guys.
backyard this couple days ago, and we have a possum in there, an opossum.
Opossum.
They're
Yeah,
ugly looking creatures. They're ugly looking creatures.
Nasty.
They are ugly.
he named it and just chilled while he cleaned the shed and left it in there.
Dude,
Yeah.
no lie, I had one in a bucket 2 years ago. It got trapped in my garage. It was a little baby. It was about yay big. And that thing was one of the meanest things I've ever seen in my life, being so small, right? You know, like a spider looks intimidating, but you poke at it with a stick, it goes away. This thing yelled at me just for poking at it, right? So I was like, fuck it, I'll feed it some strawberries and some, hard-boiled eggs.
What are you
And
gonna
then we
try to
let it
make
go.
out with it?
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
but
I was gonna feed
flowers.
some strawberries and some chocolates. And we're gonna
Some
be friends.
chocolate.
I was trying to figure out if my wife and I had an open relationship, right? So
With a possum.
with a possum. No, she's the one that's sitting there going like,
Makes
"Hey, can this
perfect
be a
sense,
pet?"
Dudley.
I
Makes
was like,
perfect sense.
Yeah, the possibilities.
The
Oh, the
possibilities.
Possibilities.
at that point, I have to grab another
Yeah.
beer. Fuck y'all. Oh, no.
Hey,
you,
hey,
you
I'm gonna tell you,
you wanted to
Hey,
teach your
hey,
wife
Sean,
how to hang
Sean,
upside
let me tell
down,
you-
man.
Sean, let me tell you, guys, let me tell you a quick story about a possum, man. That's crazy. Now, a bunch of years ago, I had to leave New York for some reason, whatever. I wound up in Virginia, right? So I'm in Virginia, and I get this job working for a place called Alcoa Aluminum. So you have to load these trains. The trains come through, and you got to open up the top of the trains, and these chutes come down, fills up with alumina, which is white powder that is before they make alumina, right? So I'm a young kid at this time, but I'm down there in this freaking world that I don't know about, freaking Virginia, right? But so I'm throwing the tops of the trains open, and all of a sudden I look down, I see this big long wire. It looked like wire. I look up, I said, "Oh shit, it's a freaking rat." It was big, right? Big rat on top of the train. So this guy was in the control room that was moving. He's moving the cars. Right? I go running the control room. His name was Tommy. Tommy, his name is Tommy Hoffman, right? I said, "Listen, there's a rat on that train. I ain't getting it." He goes, "What do you mean? Here's a shovel. Go move." I said, "I'm not touching that thing. Is freaking the largest thing I've ever seen in my life." I said, "We got big rats in Europe. That's a big freaking rat." So he goes, "All right, I'll get it." He goes walking down top of the train. He starts laughing. I said, "What the freak you laughing? You find that funny?" He goes, "That ain't no rat. That's a possum." That was a possum. I never seen a possum in my life. I thought it was a rat because it was a possum. And you're saying ugly because it has the teeth and the tongue was hanging out and the tail was down. It was the ugliest thing, but that's the first experience I had with a possum in my life.
They got
And
that
after that,
giant
they let me
nose. They got that giant nose.
It was nasty.
Yeah.
I thought it was a rat.
They look like Jimmy
it was
Durante.
big with the teeth and
It looks like a Jimmy
it was
Durante rat.
disgusting, man.
If Jimmy Durante was a rat, that's what it would look
Disgusting.
like, man. No, I remember the first time I saw one.
That
I
was
thought
my
it was
experience
cool.
with a possum.
We were driving on a back road, me and my girlfriend, and she lived out in the boons, and I was taking her home. I drove by. She's like, "Did you see that? He was just walking on the side of the road. It was cool." It's like, it's just a possum. Where she spoke proper. She said, "It's just an opossum."
Opossum.
Yeah. She used to say, if you won something, she would say "won," and that's God. It was so annoying, dude. It's still people that do that. They're like, "Oh, I won first place." You what? I won first place. That's something.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
Hey, I'm gonna join back. I have to go. I'm at my mom's and she made dinner, and now she's getting mad that I'm not joining. So I'll call you guys back.
Take care, bud.
I'll see you in a second, bud.
All right, enjoy.
Well, I had things that I wanted to talk about. Really serious things, super serious things.
Well, let's go.
Okay, I'm going to ask some questions. I'm going to pose them to you because I had my views have been changed recently with all the violence in America and all the police violence and all the stuff that's going on. Yeah.
Shit.
So I'm an older guy. I've been around a while. I've seen things change. I've seen in the 80s where there was this outcry for, you remember the super criminals before supervillains and all that cartoon shit? They said that there were these super criminals being developed, especially in New York. The word super criminals were coming up a lot, and police's their hands were so tied, and the criminals have more rights than police and everyone else. There was this complete shift to where now police have so much power, so much authority. They really don't have it, but they wield it. And this is where me and Eric have at odds, where Eric tries to argue the legal aspect of it, or the way it should be, or the constitutional aspect, and then there's the reality, is what I argue, and then he argues that reality is what he says, but no, reality is what people what people can get away with and people accept. So, but when I was a kid, and you can go watch any cop show from the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, if a cop shot an unarmed guy, they're done, they're finished. You're going before IA, your career's over, you turn in your badge, your gun. So they would they'd plant a knife, they'd plant a gun, whatever. Even if it was a mistake, you couldn't shoot an unarmed guy.
Absolutely.
And for some reason now, it's just cool to shoot an unarmed person. Oh, I thought I saw, or whatever, if it's justifiable. So I've always thought, if you shoot an unarmed person, you're done, you're finished. You should be charged or something. What do you think?
Here's what I think, and I know Sully's going to agree with me on this. This freaks me the hell out right now, like what you're just talking about, and also what, even though this election, which is more than an election, but what happens next? What happens next? Because I mean, you see what's happening out on the streets when the military boots hit the streets. That's when I was told to always, that's the time to run. That's the time to panic. When military boots hit the streets. And unfortunately, I shouldn't fucking say that. No, I don't feel. I know for a fucking fact, if military's fucking running around in the streets, I should be a little bit fucking worried about it.
Exactly.
And that's why this.
But that's a whole nother thing, though.
No,
that's a whole nother thing that we need to get to.
But this is something we're talking about giving police too much power. And I mean, granted, a lot of
hey man, I'm gonna hit it all. I'm gonna hit that because there's my views have been shaken. So what about unarmed a cop shooting an unarmed guy? What do you think about it?
Well,
let me jump in real quick. Well, okay, give me 1 second. You know what? what happened here in New York, what I think about as far as you're saying the cops, you know, shooting on my guys and stuff like that. Years ago, when you wanted to join the police force, you came out, you took a test, you passed the test, you took the physical, did all of that, and you were in, right? So a lot of street guys, street smart guys were getting into be police. They knew how to handle certain situations. Okay. So a guy's coming out, doesn't have a weapon coming, you know how to handle himself. All of a sudden they changed the rules where you had to have 60 college credits to become a police officer. So I think what happened, a lot of the street guys that didn't go to college didn't get those 60 credits, they couldn't become. So now you got college guys, okay, becoming police officers that maybe never had a fight in the street before in their life, but they got 60 college credits. So
Larry, I'm going to say
now
something.
When hold on, let me finish. And then what happened was now they have somebody coming at them. They're not too sure. They never defend themselves really. They were in the academy, learned things. So now they're shooting them, and it's wrong. They shouldn't do that, but they don't know any better.
So hold on.
Still,
so that's the point.
Teach them better.
That's
not
the point.
To do
I'm
that.
going to say something now that's incredibly sexist and terrible, but true. And you are so far beyond what I'm going to say.
Dude, I haven't even got to say anything yet.
I got to hold on because I got to do it, Larry.
I'm looking forward to this.
So here's the deal, Larry. You are making a point, and I understand your point, but you're saying that it's wrong to shoot an unarmed person, period. Now,
yes.
you're talking about tough guys from the street that can handle themselves. Now, what about a woman? What about a skinny? What about a skinny little lady who wants to be a cop? She's not even in your scenario, anywhere near your scenario. Now, that was a big thing about firemen back when I was a kid. Women wanted to be firemen, and it was sexist, and it was no, and it was just a simple fact. And we've gotten from, because you can't pick up a 300-pound man and take him out of the fire. You'd have, and they and then they said, okay, you know what?
Be part of the test.
That's it. That's the thing. They made the test. They gave in, and they said, if you can pass this test and you can pick up this 300-pound or 200-pound, whatever, dead weight, if you can do it, you can be a fireman. And then as soon as they did that, that should have been the end of it. But then, well, now we're going to change it. Now women don't have to do as much. And that's where it's not fair.
Exactly right.
That's where it's wrong. So, but when it comes to police, they're not even on your radar. But also police are trained to be
to de-escalate the situation in a proper manner.
All four of us, I can guarantee you, know more than probably 75% of police out there when it comes to the law, when it comes to Constitution, when it comes to what they can do and what people can do. I know all of us on this stream know more than most police. So I'll get to that, but I always thought completely wrong. It's like a black and white issue. You shoot an unarmed person as a policeman, that's it. You're done. You're off. Manslaughter. You're not going to ever be a policeman again. And I bring it up because, like, the George Floyd case, this guy killed 3 people or 4 people over his career. So it's not like, you know what I mean? He's been able to get away with it for so long because of the system. Because of the system. So Eric, now your turn. Do you think it's wrong for a cop to shoot an unarmed person?
As somebody who grew up with a cop, the majority of their life, and saw all of their human instincts either play out in success or failure as a human, there is never a time where a cop should be the be-all, end-all of any scenario, including
except
death.
for Judge Dredd. I mean, that, he was,
Oh, well, you make a valid point. You make a valid point. Other than the comic book and movie with Sylvester Stallone regarding Judge Dredd, yes.
And Carl Urban, solid sequel.
No. So I'll just say this. I've seen the human aspect, right? Like how it plays out. I've seen it within my own life, personally, in various ways. And I'll tell you this, that there's never one answer. And the only problem, in my opinion, regarding all of society is this idea that we're going to be able to do an entire blanket statement or blanket idea or blanket fucking law or statute or some sort of restriction or mandate or anything else that works for all of us. That's the reason why these states are separated by boundaries, and those boundaries don't have anything to do with their boundaries. They have to do with the next boundary inside them, the counties, right? So we knew a long time ago that painting with a wide paintbrush, no matter if it's a pandemic or problem with police or anything else, we knew that was a bad idea to make big rules for small people. And we're sitting at the precipice, and you guys have all just reiterated the fact where that rule does not work for me in my area. So I don't agree with the people who made that rule. And in my opinion, that does not make sense, because the people who made that rule are way too high up and the paintbrush is way too fucking wide for us to even argue the opportunity or the obfuscation of the problem, right?
Okay, you guys are really taking off on this, and then
Oh,
I
fuck.
just Sully,
Dude,
do you,
it's all wrong. It's all
do you
wrong.
think it's wrong for a cop to shoot an unarmed man
Dude,
or a woman?
You know what?
Man or person?
No,
I don't think it is.
because
You don't think it is?
no, you know what?
Because it
I leave it
happens.
to
It
the
depends.
no, I leave it to
They're
the
all different
discretion of the
situations.
police officer.
It's
I leave it to
situational.
the
It's definitely
discretion of the police
situational.
officer. Yeah, and I require data in order to make the right, in order to right the wrong that might have happened. I leave it to the data I can capture at the time and make sure it's the most like trustless system. It's the same thing with the Federal Reserve. We're all in crypto for the same reason. We want to be able to maintain a level of data, or to be able to take good data in to make good decisions out. I mean, we're obfuscating points where we're all trying to disintermediate everything that stands in between us, whether it's our financial system or cops or anything else. And my opinion is everything you guys talked about, we could get done through our own communities. Tom lives in a brilliant small community. Some people live in Austin, Texas, which is a gigantic community that sucks.
Okay,
I'm just kidding.
but Sully, but we got to get back to reality. Back to
Okay.
reality, though.
All right.
So
I
reality is what I think, and I always had just a black and white. No, a cop shouldn't be able to shoot an unarmed person. But then I thought, no one should be able to shoot an unarmed person.
Fuck yes.
That's what I
Fuck
thought.
yes. Yes.
Okay, so you agree with that?
That's pretty much a war. You're not
honestly,
supposed to shoot somebody. I mean,
but I
you're not
honestly
supposed to
don't
do that.
agree with that.
No,
I
hold on.
don't agree with that.
It's right. Hold on.
Exactly right, because there's different situations, Sean. You got to look at different situations. You can't just say that as a wide range. If somebody comes bursting in your house,
No, I
and
use
starts
exactly.
beating up your
Okay,
kids and
see,
stuff like that, I'm gonna blow their heads off.
Well,
There's different situations.
now hold on. I would hit them with a bat in the head.
Oh fuck.
And that's
You're not
another
gonna
thing.
stand there watching.
And that's another thing.
molest
Another thing.
First bat wins.
I've lived my life.
I'm sorry, but I would fucking shoot him because I live in a make my day state.
I've lived my life in a very sheltered way, in a very privileged way when it comes to this. When I was 12, I was almost 6 foot tall. I was 190 pounds, and I had a beard.
And nobody
So yeah, the only people that messed with me
Started getting hair in funny places.
were adults. They were like I would literally, if I got into a fight, I would fight adults. I would fight multiple adults. So I never had this problem.
Welcome to Texas, Sean.
I remember I was like 20 something. I was a financial advisor.
Roadhouse.
And me and my friend got paid, right? We got our paychecks, and we went to this check cashing place, and it was like $1,200. It was like more than money than I ever made. I was like 21, made $1,200 in a week. I was so ecstatic, and he was a little tiny Puerto Rican dude. He came to my nipples, right? His name was Ruben. So we both go in, we cash our checks, and I'm like, woo, dude, look at this, whoa, man, we're fucking rolling. He's like, dude, and he's scared. He's freaked out. And we go outside and we're in the parking lot. I'm like, dude, we're gonna have a party. And then he's like, man, put that away. What the fuck are you doing, man? And he's freaking out like some kind of timid little creature that's like preyed upon by everybody.
got his ass kicked a lot.
And then he was like, dude, we're gonna get robbed. someone's going to steal this money. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? You know, it's like, yeah, what about those dudes over there? It's like, I would beat the fuck out of them if they came over here and looked at my money. You know, but I never that thought never entered my mind. You know, for
No,
my
because
whole
you didn't have
life.
to worry about it.
Never had
Yeah.
that-
So I can understand that. But so that's why I was very black and white. And also, if you're a police,
But
if you're
this
a cop,
is the
you're
one thing I gotta
trained.
say, Sean. No,
Go ahead.
you're supposed to be trained. You're supposed to be trained. And
Mhm.
I knew an individual that he was he wanted to be a cop, and he never became a cop. And he was a very peaceful person, but he also knew how to assess a situation, and that's what cops are supposed to have. Like that, like I do believe that cops should go through definitely a psychological test to prove that they can be cops, de-escalate a situation, but truly de-escalate a situation, not escalate a situation. But
I think it's a lot of the other one. I think
situations-
what's happened. I think one thing that has happened when it comes to police is that if I don't know if you know, most police don't have a bat anymore, and that used to be the first thing. The first thing they pulled
an
out was
asp,
a bat.
man, a Nancy Kerrigan asp.
Yeah,
That's
the
what you
first
need.
thing they didn't. Now their hand goes right to the gun.
Boom.
But if you're an unarmed person, and the other person is armed with a bat, that's it, dude. You're not. And that's people don't like to see someone who's had their ass kicked and is a bloodied face.
Dude,
No,
Dude,
It's
no. We're still arguing.
but at the same time, too, though,
we're still arguing symptoms instead of causes.
I don't want to have a
right?
semantic argument over it. I just want it for the fucking protein, all right?
Just fought for the fucking protein.
I think the cause of some people being shot is that they can't get their ass kicked.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, maybe.
If some
But
dude, if some unarmed dude is coming at a cop alone,
But
and
how do you know if he's unarmed? How do you know if he's unarmed, dude?
Hey,
Because he could point his finger at you.
his
He
hands
could
are
put
open.
his finger at you.
Hey, you're all.
If he's going
you're all-
like this, if he's doing jazz hands running away from you, and you shoot him in the back. That's a bad
Dude,
thing. But
that's
for the
wrong.
most part, it's like
You're all
But
arguing.
if you had
you're
a
all
club,
arguing the symptom instead of the cause. You're all arguing the symptom instead of the cause. To be honest with you, if you understood the litigation that happens for every state, and every state, whether it's a jurisdiction regarding state police, city police, county, sheriffs, anything like that, and you watch the laws that are created for each one within your state, you actually find out that the majority of the time, and I'm not going to say I'm going to blame it on unions because it's not about unions, but unions lobby to get a certain level of accountability, right? So if all of a sudden I'm going to get injured and I'm going to cost the union money because I got stabbed in the stomach, it means we're going to go and get stab vests, or we're going to institute a level of like, if you come at me in this way, I will be able to shoot you in the face, right?
But hear me out here. I mean, this is the one thing that I just don't understand with anybody bitching about what's happening right now and people that are dying. Play stupid games, win stupid fucking prizes, man. This is the way it is.
I can't listen to that anymore, dude. That is a terrible thing to say. And
It is a terrible thing
that
to say. But you learn this growing up. If you deal with a cop in this particular manner, listen to me. I used to sell fucking drugs. I was always worried about cops.
I remember.
Right?
yeah, but
I
you're not
remember.
okay. Here,
No,
hold on.
And so
Hold on.
It's well.
You guys,
Let me speak my piece, John. Let me speak my piece real quick.
Go ahead.
And it's the kind of situation that it's like it's the same thing people telling you like, well, you shouldn't have to worry about the surveillance if you're not breaking any laws. Well, fuck you. No, I want my freedom, but
Yeah,
that's
the same thing.
I also realize that if I deal with a particular person in this particular kind of manner, whether it's a cop or not, I'm going to get my ass kicked.
Yes, that's good.
If you disrespect somebody, you're going to get your ass kicked, whether in a professional business environment, whether dealing with a cop, or whether being in a bar hanging out with friends.
Exactly.
If you run your mouth off, you can and that's why I say that. And I think that's why
that's what I'm agreeing with you, but it's not ass kicking, it's death. ass kicking is
it's-
what I
No,
think
no,
is needed.
no.
And
No.
hold on, now I'm going to say something. Hold on.
Oh no, no,
You two,
I understand where you're coming from. I
yeah,
understand where you're
you
coming
two,
from.
especially Eric, you guys argue the intellectual part of it, not the reality. The reality is the country's fucking burning down. People hate each other. Friends that I've had, and that me and a friend have had for 30 years. They're like, "Hey, you're a racist." Like, I'm not a racist. We've been friends for 30 years. I went to your wedding. I was there when your kid was born. Yeah, but you don't like Black Lives Matter. It's like, well, that's because of this. But you know I'm not a racist. Now you're a racist, man. You always were and now came out. Fuck you.
Wow.
And it's psychotic,
wow.
man.
Well,
It's
we've always.
psychotic.
Wow, that's a shame.
I'm sorry to say it, but
That's a shame.
we're at a point where some of those that no longer want to be involved in society or anything else are going to assign authority, right? They're going to assign authority to CNN. They're going to assign authority to Satoshi Sean. They're going to assign authority to Tom or anybody else, and they're going to rely on them to do all of their own research, right? All of us can sit here and argue any story that happened today, but we're going to end up coming to the same point. Like, this information is not backed up the way it needs to be backed up, and we sincerely distrust all of the media. It doesn't matter if it's crypto or if it's anything else, like Alex Jones compared to Joe Rogan. We're constantly assigning these authorities that don't make sense, right? It doesn't make sense then if I'm going to assign an authority to my information to be able to make a choice, to make an election, to be able to assign the same authority to get a cop involved when they're going to kill somebody, or they're going to do something else, or they're being overfunded and undereducated. We should all be done assigning authorities and take responsibility for our fucking selves. When the fuck did that stop being a thing? When did we not just decide, hey, Brooklyn Larry, I don't like Brooklyn anymore, I'm going to change it? Or, Tom up at the lake, like, if you don't like it where you're at in Colorado, you can move. That's a great point.
It
Right
happened
there.
in the late 90s and early 2000s, man.
Well,
That's when it
no,
started.
it didn't stop. It just never started the way it needed to start. And we can all do it. We can all go ahead and assign ourselves the responsibility to our own selves and say, hey, I don't like the this is the beauty of the information age. I don't like the trading advice that Satoshi Sean gives me. I'm going somewhere else. If I don't like what Eric said, because I just don't agree with it, I'm out, or Tom or anybody else. And that's the beauty of this. We can all sit here on these podcasts and preach about things that we may be able to fix or may not be able to fix, or other people that are popping up, but we can always sit there and agree that we can't all agree.
Yeah,
And
I
that's the
don't
one thing.
I don't think that it's going to I don't think it's fixable anymore. I think things have gone too far. I think
It doesn't make sense. These
people have
structures don't make
de-evolved.
sense anymore.
I think people have de-evolved so much, and our country's de-evolved so much when it comes
I'm
to freedom
optimistic.
and liberty. Yeah, I'm really optimistic too, but I'm also being realist.
I'm pretty
Well,
optimistic.
and this Sully, this is where what we were talking about a few months ago. The enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Yes.
This is what I'm truly worried about. I'm not sure what
Trump
to
can
expect.
be as right. Yeah,
No,
Trump can be as right as possible, but it doesn't fucking matter because I take my life into my own hands.
Well,
I used to say,
this is
go ahead.
this is what I worry about. I mean, this is the change that we hopefully will see. It may not continue if people don't keep paying attention. Like, this is a problem. This is one thing I really honestly worry about.
But that's what our adversaries have fucking relied upon, is the fact that they won't. So what do we do? Just like Satoshi does, we start relying on that. Use our weaknesses as strengths. That's the art of fucking war, right? So we do the things that we need to do. If they're not going to show up to a public courthouse, I'll show up for them, and I'll run the same game as they did, but I'll do it in a very simple way that makes it so that we all benefit, right? And it doesn't matter if
this is where I see Sean's viewpoint coming in from too. Dude, I grew up fucking
Are they
hating cops.
worthy?
I still don't like cops. I still don't like the authoritarian rule. I've never liked that. But now I've gotta be like, well, yeah.
You don't have
I-
to.
No, but at the same time, it's like, when do you look at the situation and go, I'm a little nervous about this situation because I don't like where the authoritarian rule is going to.
Do you guys want to see something that I've never shown anybody live?
Keep
I
your
don't
pants
have-
up, dude. I don't want to
Be
see your
nice.
penis.
I don't have registration on my car. I don't care. I don't do the things that should normally happen. I'm done. I'm done. Like I'm not going to go out and push it, but I'm not going to go out and expect, everything to be handed to me. So I'm going to go do the things that I know I can do and get away with. And I'm going to do the things that I do not want, like I don't agree with. Right. So I'm talking to multiple people regarding Kool-Aid. And I might have to register in certain ways. I have to think those things out. I have to do those things. I have to maintain a level of fucking responsibility for not just myself, but the project and the things I hold dear.
Well, Eric, I understand what you're saying, and you've done a lot of certain things where you're at. Let's say you go to a different place for whatever reason.
Happens all the time.
And then that place where you're at, you go with your unregistered car and you say, hey, blah, 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 the law and this and admiralty law and your birth certificate's capitalized. And the cop just is a dick. And he says, hey, calm down, mister. You're like, hey, you calm down. And then he shoots you and you're dead.
Well,
that's a little overboard. That's a little overboard. Dude, yeah, you skip the talking in between that. Why?
Yeah, it happens.
There's got to be something between that.
No,
it doesn't. It's happened.
No, I have these conversations with.
Mm-hmm.
I have these conversations with somebody I work with all the time where I tell him this is how you handle a cop, and he goes, I'm a minority. If I say that, I get shot. And I have to deal with that all the time. And I constantly have these conversations.
I want to make this point. You are dying.
He's still alive.
But you're dying. You're a dying breed. We all are.
No, we're not.
The majority are stupid sheep.
No.
I would have to agree with Sean on that. I have to agree with Sean. No, we are dying.
No,
we are.
We're not. No. The amount of people I have talked to. And I've been shit. I don't want to say it, but I've been up and down the East Coast in a matter of the last 3 months, let's just say, right?
You could write a rap song about that. I've been up and down the East Coast in the last 3 months.
These days, yeah, because these fuckers they ain't writing anything. Where the shit, they ain't even traveling anywhere. They're staying in their infinity pool mansions. Fuck them. I've done it. I've done all, you know what? I'll tell you this, Brooklyn Larry. I was just down in Asheville. Best pizza I've eaten off of the boardwalk in the last 8 years happened right there yesterday. No shit.
Wow.
One of the best slices of pizza I've ever had, and the guy is from New York.
Even through
COVID,
I just want to tell you something.
Come on,
real quick, Nick, Eric, with that. I went up there to meet Justin Vendetta from Verge, because he's up in that area, and he took me to a pizza place in Asheville. It was probably the same freaking one. It was in Asheville. It was on the street, and I bet you it was the same one. Me and him went to eat, and it was real good. Yeah,
dude.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you up. I wanted to tell you that.
No, man. you know where it is. Yeah, I'm telling you this. Like for every like thing you guys see, we had a conversation with Vinny before, and he was like, "What the fuck? It's smashed just out here. We're not used to this." I'll tell you this: there's people like me that will still hold true and do their thing, and we're one of few, right? But we only represent the one of few because everybody else is a little scared to get out there. There is a ton of people. I mean, I talk to people in New Jersey that are flying like Trump hats, walking around some of the busiest metropolises of New Jersey, including Trenton. And they're walking down with Trump hats. But what do you see on everything else? you see them getting beaten up. So there's this dichotomy.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't happen like that. I can walk up to anybody, no matter if they like Biden or Trump, it doesn't matter. We're not going to get in a fight. This fucking news is giving everybody this just smash in the fucking face. Screw them. They don't represent me. The news doesn't represent me. My politicians don't represent me. Nobody represents me but me. So what the fuck are we all sitting here worried about everybody else? Shit.
Because the country's burning and people are killing each other, man.
The
Not
country is
yet, man.
burning.
Not yet, Sean. Sean, you just gotta wait. You wanna
You're talking big scale, but people are doing it, dude.
but this is
yeah.
very tiny scale. We do not have organization on the right coming out and declaring
Now,
any
if you look at the rest of the world, they think things are a lot worse here than they are. But we're not being told about the shit that's going on. I wanted to have Darko on today. People are being arrested in England. People are being arrested in Ireland. People are being arrested in New Zealand. People are being arrested.
Where's Lee right now? Is
I
he
don't
coming
know.
on tonight?
No, he's not. It was his idea to do this, and he fucking just blew it off, man.
Hey, do you, Satoshi, do you have a gun? You good? Okay. Hey, Tommy, you?
Hold on.
Oh, no. He's fine. I'm loaded. Like, Larry, I don't
Yes.
want to ask.
I'm just gonna say yes. I'm not gonna show you nothing. I'm say yes.
Yeah. Like, dude, I mean, we have to give ourselves credit where credit is due. I mean, there's 100% of us, no matter if it's Brooklyn, Wisconsin, North Carolina, or Texas. Good luck. Behind every blade of grass is a fucking firearm. Fuck you. Come get some. You want to take my freedom? Fuck
Exactly.
you.
Exactly.
Fuck you. Come get it.
Dude, I
And the
love
only-
you. Eric, I love you, man.
Dude.
But I'm gonna tell you what used to be there. Behind those blades of grass were guns. Behind the blade of grass is still guns. But behind those guns are a lot of
Her
pussies.
mother-in-laws.
There are a lot of
mother-in-laws.
pussies. There are a lot of pussies that are gonna hand it over.
They're not. No.
The
You-
soul
No,
of
no.
a lot of people, dude.
No,
A lot
no.
of people.
We're not gonna hand it over.
Pussies now. You see pussies now today. When all of a sudden the war comes to their fucking front door, what the hell do you
And
think
they're
happens?
threatened.
Okay, hold on.
Dude.
Canada, just like was
Dude,
very
that's Canada. You
was
just
very
explained it right
fucking
there.
America. Canada gave it up. New Zealand gave it up. Australia gave them up. Those countries had guns. They had the same similar laws.
And what did
And
they do?
they did buybacks. They did this. It was just shotguns. It's just this, whatever. And
No,
now
they let them go.
they let them go.
And what are we doing?
It depends, dude. I think that if there is a
So that should be-
forced buyback,
That should
confiscation,
be that should be
80%.
your marker. That should be your
80%.
I don't think so,
No.
Sean. I think with the amount of people buying guns,
zero.
No.
with the increase
No.
in percentage of people buying guns, you're not going to have that.
Remember, we have a right to bear arms.
Oh no. Wait, as a matter of fact, I have a right to do anything I fucking want.
That's
Yeah, we have a right to a lot
Yeah,
of things we
that's
don't
right.
get to do, dude.
Yeah, but
No, we do. Sean, you're 100% right, but I think the mentality is finally fucking changing, though.
I agree with mentality is changing, but it's still the majority.
No,
You
but
know-
I think we have a
Nope.
silent majority, Sean. I think we have a
Now the
silent
silent majority, when it comes to like politically, I think the
Yeah,
silent
it's-
majority now is like it's never been. It's like it's never been. It was
You're
with
100%
Hillary.
right.
It was with Hillary. It was like a punch in the face, and they have all worked so hard, and they're all terrible. Trump is terrible. Republicans are terrible. The Democrats are terrible. They're all fucking terrible.
Everybody's terrible. It's
Yeah.
us
They-
against fucking
they-
them. Jesus
They
Christ.
just want to have control and power, man. That's it.
So
that's what most
if
people want.
hey, if I had to choose my parents, right at this point, it's like candy canes or chains. I'm gonna
Candy
get whipped
canes?
the rest of my life.
Candy canes or candy corn. And you're like, fuck that shit. I don't like candy.
Dude.
So
And-
getting
and this-
getting back to the original thing. Do you think it's okay to shoot someone nuts on Unarmed? I'd always thought
Yes.
no, it's absolutely not okay.
All depends on the
It's
situation.
completely wrong. It's completely not wrong because a policeman should be train number one,
Butters, why
held-
would you shoot
held to a-
somebody in
held-
the dick?
held to a higher accountability. Plus, they're armed with like 3 different weapons. They don't need to go to a gun right away to shoot someone if they're unarmed.
Yeah,
So
but look at
then I thought, I'm still talking. Then I thought nobody should ever shoot a person who's unarmed. And then I thought, what if somebody was raping my niece and is completely unarmed? I would want her to blow their head off.
Exactly.
And in a lot of states,
No,
they can be
No,
charged.
not exactly.
In a lot of states, they can be charged for shooting their own rapist. It's not as
Dude.
bad as some countries where you can go to jail for reporting a rapist. You know, if you're like some Middle Eastern countries, if you're raped and you go to report it, they can arrest you. It's not that bad. But there are some states where if you kill a rapist who's unarmed or someone who's trying to rape you, you can be arrested for manslaughter.
That's wrong.
And that's wrong.
Sean,
That is wrong.
Sean, do you do your own research when you research any cryptocurrencies?
Yeah.
Okay. When a sheriff shows up to your house, do you know the laws that he's applicable?
You know what, man? And it's a perfect fucking example because I want to put myself out there. I'm a bitch. I'm a weak bitch. I hate
I'm
myself.
not saying you're a weak.
No,
bitch.
I'm saying we should. I'm gonna tell you fucking what happened to me.
Dude.
I went out with my nephew, and I
Okay.
drank, and he brought me home.
Okay.
And I got out. He brought me in. I came in, and then my neighbor, he parked in front of my neighbor's driveway, and they went out to the car where his girlfriend was, and they said something to her, and there was like a little argument. They were like, "You get out of here, boy," and then he's like, "Can you call him boy?
Yeah.
I'm 29 years old. Shut up." Fuck. And so that was it. He leaves. 5 minutes later, knock on my door. It's the police. Neighbor called the police.
No, was it police or sheriff?
Police. I live in a town, not in the boonies. So
Yes.
police here. And I'm like, yeah, what do you want, man? It's like 2 a.m. It's like, well, we got a call. There was an argument. I said, that was 2 minutes, man. He was here for 2 minutes. He got me out of the car. I came in. They said, hey, get out of here, boy. I got your boy right here. I'm a 30-year-old man. That's it. I said, that's ridiculous. Well, let me see your driver's license. I don't really want to give him a driver's
Nope.
No. He's like, let me go. Okay, what's this? It's your driver's license number. I said, give him my number.
Nope.
Birthday, social
Nope.
security number.
Nope.
I gave it all to him.
Why?
Gave it all to him. I don't know. I'm
No,
a
dude,
pussy.
why'd you do it?
I shut
why'd
the
you do
door.
it?
I almost punched myself in the
But
face.
what did that hurt by you giving it to him? What
Because
did that hurt? The only thing
built-
that didn't happen here, but you know.
They built
No.
the
They built a fucking
And
database.
so, right?
He asked me for my social security
No,
number.
I don't want to.
I literally said, I said, what are you trying to obtain credit in my name? Why do you need all this information?
Right.
Oh, it's this. Here it goes. It's just for the form. And I said, do you think that's a legitimate answer? It's just for the form. Do you want a dick pic? I did give him shit. I'm like, you can't just say it's just for the form, and that's acceptable. And then I gave him a social security number. But he wanted to take a picture.
Why?
Right, you
But
should.
then he wanted to take a picture of me, and I was like, no,
I'm not
not even involved in this, dude. You're
Should've
coming
sent him a
because of
dick pic.
something.
There you go.
So
There
I was,
you go.
but then he shut the door. My son has a degree in criminology. He went to he was going to be a ranger, a marshal, and then he decided not to be. But I asked him. He's like, "Oh yeah, there's this new database. They have to get. They're supposed to get as much information as possible to put it all into this new database. So they have this file on you with as much as you're going to give them, but you don't have to give them anything." So, but and I bitched out just because it was 2 a.m. and it was like a 21-year-old kid with some lady cop behind him, and I was just like, Larry, like, well, why are you asking? It's this, it's that.
Oh, dude, I succumbed to a hottie cop one time who came over to the house. We were playing Hammerschlagen, and Aaron, Aaron, loudmouth Aaron was outside playing, being really loud. It was like 10:30, and oh man, the cop showed up, and I was like, yeah, fuck it, whatever. So I go out back, and she's like, it's like, you guys are being a bit loud, and I'm like, okay, and then I look, she was fucking TJ Hooker, man. Good looking cop.
You mean Heather Locklear, not TJ Hooker.
Yeah.
TJ Hooker
Yeah,
was fat Captain Kirk, man.
Yeah. No, but like hot cop. And I was like, I looked at her for a second and I was like, oh my God. She kind of looked
I
back
want
at me and she was like,
Bullshit.
and I'm like, no, hot cop. Anyways, I just want to talk about a hot cop.
Ah, good.
No,
But she was great.
Bullshit. Oh, she was great.
I
Yeah.
told
was
you about
awesome.
what I told you about when I was in the park. It was like 11:30, and they came up and they're like, "Yeah, just trespassing. Give me your license,"
Oh,
and
that
it
was
was
crazy, yeah.
expired. And you're like,
Hmm.
"Your license is expired." I was like, "Oh shit!" But then they got me because I'm like, "Oh, I broke the law. My license is expired." But I'm not driving.
But
I wasn't doing it.
Over
You know
there.
what I mean?
what do you think would have happened seriously if you would have just refused? And I know you have your rights to do
No,
that,
no.
but if you
If
refused to give any
honestly,
information, what would he have actually done
when he was at the
after
door,
that? What do you think could have
when he was
happened?
at the door, he would have left. But then I would have been a dick, and I would have felt bad. Just for politeness,
Why?
I started down the road,
Right.
man.
So you
Why?
could have just denied him. I don't want to. If you're not there, and shut the door, and you would have been
Yeah, the police weren't even called on me.
fine.
They were called
No, it
on
depends. It
on
depends.
him.
That like this is the reason why it's so fucking frustrating. You obviously, Sean, you know what Rice and I and Tom, we've talked many a times regarding what true freedom actually is. Being responsible for yourself and making sure you know what you're saying to a cop when they show up to your house, right? We've all been fucked. Well, I mean, maybe
But-
we haven't.
But that's
all
why I
been-
think, you know, a cop shooting an unarmed person is definitely situational. But
No,
you
no,
know,
no,
it's our
no.
also personal
Oh.
responsibility. It's our personal
No.
responsibility to also realize you're dealing with another person, a half monkey and half monkey rules. Like if it was
Well,
natural,
don't
not
put yourself in a
organic,
position.
fuck that organic shit. I'm over the organic idea. It's natural or it's not.
If
And you
if
know
that,
what
if that
natural
cop,
is treating another person with respect. And I know
Yes.
that there's sometimes that you don't want to do it, but you do
But
it
you do.
anyways because you
Yep.
understand the
Exactly.
situation. And
Well,
that
you're-
is being a natural person in society.
yes.
Yeah, but
And
you
is
shouldn't be.
looking at somebody's
you should
situation
not.
and going,
But you should not
No,
be.
yeah,
You should not be killed
crackheads
for being a
shouldn't be
dick.
fucking killing
that-
people.
That could
But
keep your
no.
escalation.
Sometimes you should be,
down if you did
Sean.
that.
Sometimes
Exactly
you
right.
should be.
Yeah.
You
should
should be
never-
killed for being a dick.
You should never be killed
That's
for being a dick.
universe. That's
Sometimes
universe,
you
man.
should be killed
No,
for
that's
being a
not.
dick.
universe.
No, it's good.
No,
No,
I agree
universe.
with Tom.
Universe doesn't care
Sometimes you should be
about
killed for being
right
a dick.
or wrong.
Yes. Yes.
If you
Yeah.
cause so much disruption in
Yes.
somebody in other people's lives, universe is going to come back and kick you right in the fucking nuts. And if you don't have nuts, they're going to kick you right in the fucking vagina.
Exactly right.
That's the
Are
way
you,
universe
are you
works.
happy, Larry? We got a vagina. Are you
We
happy?
had vagina. I just
right.
heard somebody say vagina. Yes.
Hey, little vagina in there.
There's a vagina in the house.
Yeah, it's like a
That's
lasagna.
awesome.
That's the way it is, man. You know, and I know that's not proven. That's not something that, you know, that's set in stone or that's science. But you have to realize, or you have to look at the people that you know that have caused any sort of negative disruption in other people's lives. Universe comes back and it kicks them right in the fucking balls.
Yeah, but it doesn't.
man.
It doesn't
And
murder
that's
them.
the way it is.
You should say murder. I believe there should be a king
No,
of
no, no.
balls.
Nobody. But the thing is, once again, and I know you hate this term, play stupid games, win stupid prizes. You pull a gun on a cop, you're going to get shot.
Yes.
Hands down. You reach in your
Yes.
pocket like you're grabbing a weapon,
And
you're
you pull
going to
out a
get
cucumber,
shot.
you're gonna get shot.
Hands
Exactly
down.
right.
If you pull a gun on a
Exactly.
cop, you should get
I
shot.
mean,
Fine.
come on.
I agree, but I'm talking about an unarmed person.
Yeah, but Sean, an unarmed person can still give you
Well-
a situation where you have a cop that's trying to get a situation.
Before,
The guy's
before,
unarmed.
after.
He starts saying "fuck you" and starts running off this and that, or coming at you and trying to attack you. What are you supposed to do in that situation?
Crack
It's
him
like,
in the
you know,
face. Crack him in the face with a bat.
Well,
You
no,
kick him.
beforehand
You
or
kick him in the
after.
balls. You
No,
kick him in the
before or
vagina.
after. No,
Okay,
is
well,
this
hold on.
is this
Hold on,
illegal
hold on, so-
before or after? Is this illegal before or
Perfect
after?
situation. I can't remember where this happened. Somewhere in the United States, they pulled over this kid, the white kid. He's not black, so the BLM didn't have to get involved in this one. And they asked him for over 7 minutes to step out of the car. He wouldn't get out of the car. He called his friend on his cell phone. The cop finally called in for backup. And the guy that was backup was a little aggressive. He came in, he tased him. They tried to detain him. And he got back in the car, pulled out a gun, killed one of the officers, and put the other one in the hospital. Shot them both. Got back with both of his hands like this. He went aimed up. I mean, that was intent, man.
No, that's
And
I'll
here's
watch
here's
this
some
video.
white kid. Here's some white kid in a fucking nice car.
never expected that.
Never
expected.
would and this is I think that's my answer to you, Sean, on that one, where it's like, how do you determine whether or not these people are gonna fucking kill you?
Yes.
You go to
If
school
you're
and have
detained by a
training.
cop, you got to just listen to them. No,
Definitely,
but Sean, if you
definitely,
pull somebody over, you tell them to do something, you got to do it. You got to abide by them to keep that from happening. If you're
Larry,
a person that cop says you kneel down and do it.
well,
You know, don't
this is the
escalate the
thing, Larry.
situation by yourself.
One of the things that I heard the cop say in that video was, "What the hell is going on?" Like, he didn't get, like,
That's
it
a
didn't
shame.
register. He didn't. They didn't realize this guy was going to pull out a freaking gun. And what does it matter the color of skin? No, he was a white piece of shit. I mean, he was a white piece of shit that killed a man. Oh, for
You know what the
what?
shame about that is?
And see,
Let's just say the cop took if the cops would have took it like within the first 2 minutes, you said it for 7 minutes, you wouldn't get out of the car. Let's say the first 2 minutes, they finally took him, they drew him on the ground, handcuffed him. They would have been in trouble for doing that. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But if they didn't do that and they left, look at what happened that they didn't do that. They let it go.
They wouldn't be in trouble. They wouldn't be in trouble. I think if you take away a cop's bat
Of
and
course they would have been in trouble.
if you leave a cop with nothing but a gun, what do you expect's going to happen? You know, I think that.
But in this case, they used the tasers, they used the pepper spray. What is the last form? It's lethal.
They used pepper spray.
And they didn't use their lethal force, and one of them got killed, the other guy's in the fucking hospital. And see, that's where it's totally situational, man.
Well, hold on. I'll go back. I want to hit on this. I want to hit on this. So if they use pepper spray, they use taser, they use everything. You're saying that lethal force is okay to use on an unarmed person just sitting in the car that refuses to get out?
No,
you don't know if they're unarmed
because they didn't use it.
Right, but you're saying, what do you use next? If someone's just sitting in a car, it's like, I refuse. A cop can't be the executioner. It has to be the judge. It has to be the death penalty. It has to be given out. And you shouldn't be able. I've always said this, and it sounds bad, but it's true. I've always said that I love racists. They're like one of the best things because if someone comes to you and they say, "Hey, man, I'm a racist. Let me tell you why being a racist is great and I'm right." And then they tell you, and then you say, I don't agree with that. I think you're dumb. Let me tell you why. And then you tell them, and they say, you know what? That makes a lot of sense. I might not be a racist anymore, but that doesn't happen anymore. People just yell at each other. No one talks about it. You
actually come across people that are like, "Hey, man, I'm racist."
Yeah,
I would love to talk. I never heard.
It'd be like fucking. They were like,
I'd be like, "Hey, man, hold on. What do you got to say?" Well,
completely honest, dude.
To be fair,
yes. To be honest, the KKK would come to our high school. In the back area, like the smoking area and other places, they would come. They would talk. They'd pass a card out. It's like, hey, man. Blah,
they were like fucking Mormons.
They were like Mormons. Yeah, just like Mormons.
That would be cool to see a video of that. I had to see a video of that.
Yeah.
Camera back then.
Dude, I never, because I came here from New Jersey. And to get a business card with a dude on a horse with the KKK, I was like, is this fucking real? I have a business card from a Klan guy.
So you lived in New Jersey? How long were you up in Jersey for?
I was born there.
Fuck, dude. I feel sorry for you.
I lived there for a bit. I mean,
It was lovely.
I gotta come out
Right.
and see your punk ass there, Sully. Nick and I are just trying to look out and trying to figure out where the fuck we're gonna live, man. Dude, you know how many people are rolling out to Colorado right now? It's
Yep.
ridiculous.
Plenty.
Oh, dude, all New York plates, Washington State, Oregon, lots of Texas. Texans has been coming in for a while. Lots of Californians, but a lot of East Coasters now are starting to come in.
hmm
Get the hell out of the state.
You know, it's funny. A few weeks ago, I told you my sister, my mother lived in Colorado, and my
Mhm.
sister flew in, and I actually did a little show with her. And we talked about, like we were talking about before, about the pot, going on
Yeah.
in Colorado's legal. One of the questions I asked her was kind of crazy, and we talked about how everything's legal out there. What happened to the drug dealers now? Are they gone or what? She said, no, they're not gone, because more people go to them because they don't got to pay taxes. They'll get it cheaper from the drug dealers than they will from going to the store, but the only thing is you don't know what you're getting.
That's the
Right?
problem with the heroin push, with getting everybody stuck on heroin. I mean, dude, when we were growing up, it was never like you never saw like a someone in their late 30s go like, you know what, I think it's a good idea if I start fucking smoking some heroin or shooting some heroin at this age. It's like, what are you talking about? And so you had this really big increase in heroin usage, and so you got a bit of that around there.
Well, that's
but
because the pot,
about
once a
it.
pot's not doing no good to them, the next step is heroin, right? I mean, they smoke the pot, it's not doing nothing for you no more.
No.
So
You know
yeah,
what
take
it
a little
was?
heroin.
I saw that after school special. I know.
No,
Hey,
no.
that's
Seen
how
that,
it
right?
goes.
Yeah. I see that on freaking
No,
the Life
Hey,
they
Channel.
Darth,
ran
yeah.
out of their OxyContin. Is really what happened. Is they were addicted to pain pills.
My sister's in Colorado. She's in the chat, as a matter of fact.
No, they would start doing pain pills. They would realize that pain pills were more expensive and start doing heroin. And then the problem with I guess even some of the reefer and ecstasy that they've been shipping out to Colorado or all around the U.S. has fentanyl in it. So you could buy cocaine and it probably has fentanyl in it. You do a big old rail of cocaine and you will probably die.
You got problems. Yeah, you got problems.
Who puts it's fentanyl? I mean, that's basically like it's an opioid. It's a heroin.
Jeez.
And they're putting it in an upper.
Yeah, I was say, isn't it the opposite? Isn't it?
Yeah, it's the exact opposite. And you know how many people are going to die because they don't realize that shit's in there? It's horrible.
That's crazy. That's
Man,
insane.
I remember back when drugs had quality. They had integrity.
Me too, man.
Integrity.
Drugs had integrity. Their cocaine's got some serious integrity.
Cocaine's got integrity.
Everything went to shit. Everything went to shit. That's a shit.
No
That's a
shit,
shame.
man.
Even the drugs aren't good. That's all shit now.
Fuck.
Damn, can't get nothing good.
No, things used to be so. This is why I come
So
back up here,
simple.
man. Well, I come back up here in the Midwest, up in Wisconsin, up here. It doesn't change. It's real. It's natural.
Well, my sister
Hold on a second.
my sister just made a
far
point.
away from natural. It's
Yeah.
ridiculous. Not just organic shit.
My sister
natural.
just made a point that's one of the reasons you go to the store. Because if you go to the stores, maybe it does cost more, maybe there's taxes, but it's regulated and quality drugs. That's weird to say that, Darth.
Yes, it's
But yeah.
regulated and it's called. Yes, it is.
So there's no fentanyl in your weed.
And you go to the store, you extra nickel big, get nickel big. Go on the street, extra nickel big, probably get 4 cents. You know what I'm saying? It's like
dude, I out in Colorado, we get ounces for $100.
They used to be 40.
Is that a lot? Look, man, I remember when a nickel was a nickel because it cost $5.
Exactly right.
Yeah, and the dime was a dime because it cost $10.
Exactly right. And an ounce was $40.
Yeah, an ounce was the only thing that was weight.
Yes.
I'm still my nephew's like, hey, I'm gonna get a nickel. Okay, how much? He's like, I need $20 for a nickel. I'm like, it's $5. It's a nickel. That's why it's called a nickel. They're like,
Hey,
what Wait, that's not. I was like,
Listen-
that's how it is, man. That's how it was when I was a kid.
Hey, where's
Yeah.
Sully? Is he doing blackface? I don't think that's right.
No, that's not
No,
I'm
it's
good.
not
You're
gonna
getting
be
in trouble, Sully.
on
Yeah, this
YouTube.
is
I'm here.
gonna get banned.
Unless
This is
unless
I
he's
was gonna say-
Trudeau.
I was gonna say, if you really want to get
Oh.
banned, you should probably talk to Vinny, man. That you guys gonna get a kick out of that.
Well,
Eric,
there was
Eric, where are you? Where are you?
Right
Here.
here.
Hey, I tell you what. Hey, Sean,
hey, Eric, who's that behind you?
is there somebody
Uh,
behind it?
that's
Yeah.
Sat-
Jason.
Wearing that hockey
That's
mask.
He's a
Sasha-
big man. He's putting his hand on your shoulders.
Welcome.
Sat-
Ha 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 ha. I hear do hear the cricket though.
Sean, I gotta have you talk to my brother for a second. You guys are gonna get such a kick out of him. I know.
Oh, bring
Hey
him in.
Vinny. Hey Vinny, how you doing?
Hey, Vinny.
Dude.
Hey, Vincenzo. No, it's Vincenzo. Hey, Vincenzo.
Vinny, you got Brooklyn Larry, you got Satoshi Sean, and you got a dark figure in the woods.
Got dog face. That's not
Dark
Darko, that's Darkface.
It's Slender Man. The Blair Sullivan
Sasquatch.
project.
Yeah, Blair Sullivan.
That's
Jesus. Sully, you have
Crazy.
very poor lighting with your
Outdoors in the woods. Yes, yeah, very poor lighting. Well, so I don't know, man. I was thinking about that, and then I thought about the sexist stuff, but and it's weird to me that they think there's more than one gender, just because they think there's more than one gender. That just because they want it to be, or someone thinks that there is, And we went from a part where women could not be in certain jobs because it was physical, and then that was wrong to discriminate as long as they could do the job. To where now the job has to conform, and there's some jobs that don't conform.
No, they don't conform because men and women are different fucking people. We're different beings, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, there's some jobs. There's some also. I think there's some jobs where you can't fuck up. I think
Vincent, you got to get in this conversation, dude. Oh, damn it, he doesn't want to. Dude, you want to talk about women and men being two different fucking beings and two different people.
talk to my brother.
It drives me absolutely insane.
I don't think girls are all sisters.
What's that?
I think women are all sisters.
Well, and man, women shouldn't be making some of these decisions, man, because they're not thinking rationally.
Here comes the alcohol. It loosens the tongue. You guys.
No, it doesn't loosen it up.
Dude, it
It'll
does.
tell
It
my
does.
wife the
Dude,
same thing.
we're talking to one of the first times we did this. Darko and Bob were on it. Bob, I told you used to work for iHeartRadio.
Mhm.
At the end of the stream, there's like, "It's fucking women's fault." They just went off, dude. I was like frozen.
Yeah. He's doing a lot of beekeeping, Bob. You see him? Bob,
Mhm.
the beekeeper. A lot of bees going on there.
Yeah, him and they got Novus One going, which looks really
Yeah.
good.
Yep.
Looks amazing.
Yeah, that's a good platform. Definitely.
No, man. I'm not saying that women should make important decisions, but there comes a point in time when, God damn it, they think too much emotionally and they don't think logically and within reason.
Hey, man, I got a logic joke. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
I told it the other day. Okay, so it's a Norm Macdonald joke, but it's hilarious. So Norm says this is he had someone move in next door, right? He's got a neighbor moved in. So I go over there and meet the neighbor. I'm like, hey, how you doing? My name's Norm. Guy's like, hey, my name's Bill. Like, hey, Bill, what do you do for a living? He goes, oh, I'm a university professor. I teach logic at the university. He's like, oh, I'm a comedian. What is a logic teacher? How does that work? He goes, well, it's hard to explain. I'll show you. He goes, let me ask you, Norm, do you own a doghouse? He's like, well, yes, I own a doghouse. He's like, okay, from knowing that, I can assume you own a dog. He goes, I do. And if you own a dog and you actually own a dog house, I can assume you own a house and you're married, have kids, heterosexual, married, have a wife. He goes, yes, I'm married. Me and my wife are married 20 years. We have 3 kids. He's like, see, I figured all that out just by the fact that you own a doghouse. By knowing you own a doghouse, I use logic to know you're heterosexual, you're married, and you have kids, and you own a home. He's like, oh, that's pretty cool. So then, like the next day, his friend comes over. He goes, hey, I saw you had somebody move in next door. He goes, yeah, it's my neighbor. He works at the university. He's like, oh, what does he teach? He goes, oh, he teaches logic. He goes, logic, what is that? How does that work? He goes, let me show you. It's pretty cool. He goes, so do you own a doghouse? And his friend's like, no, I don't own a doghouse. And he's like, oh, so you're gay. Okay.
Figured that out quick, right? That's freaking funny.
I don't know, man. With that question you had before about shooting an unarmed person, John,
Mhm.
Are you concerned about the fact that after the next 4 years, it doesn't really matter? Like we have to really worry about our freedom on a major level. Like we have to pay attention for many years. Like we can't just be like, oh yeah, Trump's in another 4 years and everything's gonna be perfect. No, we have to really pay attention to our freedoms from here on out, man. Like this stuff cannot stop, because if it does, we're fucked. Because they're gonna try to take it over. It's like nature trying to take over a property. It's always gonna try to take it over, and that's where, like in this case, the other side, whether it's evil, whatever the fuck it is, it's not good. It's going to continually try to take over America.
Well, you know what I think? I personally think the election is going to be thrown out the window. I think Trump's probably going to enact the 14th Amendment. And whether that goes through without riots and fights, I don't know. No matter what, it's going to be a fight. I don't think it's going to be any kind of peaceful anything. I think.
How are you doing?
I think with Ginsburg
in Texas right now, are things getting crazy down there for you at all? Or are you all right?
Things are crazy here. They're a little crazy here. I think with Ginsburg dying, it did up the game. That's what when Trump was first running, everyone was talking about this and that. I said all that matters is that he's going to have two justices of the peace. I mean, just be 2 Supreme Court justices, at least 2, if not 3. And I said that's going to be the biggest thing. That's going to change the United States for the next 2 or 3 decades. I said if Hillary gets in, it's done. It's finished. Those justices are going to go in there and they're going to fuck the Constitution.
But you just got to wonder too, how long was she actually dead before we found out about it? I mean, my gosh, the woman at 87 years old had stage 4 pancreatic cancer. I mean, people don't live that long from that.
Yeah, she was in the hospital, out of the hospital, and I was like,
I mean, it was ridiculous.
Like something's crazy there. Something's going on. But I think they're going to try to push this through before the election. A new judge.
Oh hell yeah!
Oh, he said he wants it done right away.
Oh, yeah, and they're trying to persecute him for it. They're going to try to impeach him for it.
Exactly right. He's heard that, right? That's crazy.
But no matter
he tries
what,
to put it right away, we're going to go for impeachment. What the hell's going on here?
Jesus,
what the freak?
stop!
Come on.
You can't just stop already. Can you just stop?
No one's gonna win on it, even if it gets through. Can you imagine if he gets through, and then he loses, and then Biden comes in and they try to overturn and take a justice out of the Supreme Court? That's the country's done. Everything's worthless.
Hey, Sean, let's hope it doesn't get to that point. I mean, that's what we really don't want. I don't want conflict. There's a lot of wonderful, not wonderful, very dark quotes out there from people. Do not disturb the person that wants to be left alone, and the majority of us want to be left alone. Whatever political affiliation we have is, the majority of people will probably lean libertarian and just leave them alone. But if you push them to that point, we don't want another civil war, man. We just,
Oh,
we want to be cool.
we gotta
This is
stop
just
it now.
from
Though. It's getting out of control.
it is getting out of control.
Gotta stop it.
It's-
Yeah, gotta stop it. It's just when they start, when people start, taking over police stations, just breaking into stores and bothering old people, and they're sitting down drinking or having a meal and this kind of stuff. That's
Oh,
just the
man.
Wild West again. We're just getting crazy. There's no control. There's
Speaking
nothing.
on
You
that,
gotta
speaking
start
on that,
controlling it.
I can understand that. I can understand that. I can say I see that. I can almost support that. If you take down a police station, you take over a police station, you burn it down, the police are your enemy. They killed this guy. The police are bad. The police are corrupt. Hate the police. But then mom and pop stores that are struggling to make it, you're destroying that and taking stuff from them.
Yeah.
You're tearing down people's, livelihood and
thing
their
is, too,
houses.
Hate the police for the right. I mean, it has to be justified. I used to not like the police because they used to fuck with us because I was
But I'm
a
saying
punk
I can
rocker and
I
a
can
skateboarder.
understand. I'm saying I can
what,
understand that. I can
but-
understand
but-
being angry because the
No,
police
no.
did something and going after
I-
the police, but
I can't-
not going after regular people
Not
who've
even
done
after
who've done
police.
nothing.
But I also can't understand people backing up fucking criminals, man. I'm sorry, but these police, when they're going into the situation, they get a background check on these people. I know. I used to be worried as fuck when I would get pulled over.
You know what? The police were just doing their job, though. Too. I mean, yes,
that's the thing. They're
there's
just
bad cops are
doing
doing.
their
You
job.
can't
Bad cops do
just
bad
start burning
things.
their cars and burning down. Come on.
Absolutely
There's
not.
bad
And
cops out there, yes, and those bad
and
cops
then to-
definitely
Okay,
need to get taken care of.
You know what? Let me.
There's-
I'm gonna ask you all
That's
this.
not your
I'm gonna,
situation,
crazy
Sean.
things.
Though.
I'm gonna ask you all this. I'm gonna ask you all this. Let me ask you this question. And this is perfect because this is reality versus Sully. Let's say that you walk up to some people and they're trying to kill someone and they're breaking the law. They're trying to kill this guy. Unarmed dude, 3 people trying to kill this guy. Can you shoot them? Can you save that guy? Should you be able to?
You should
No,
be able
would
to.
I?
Yes.
Would I? Can I? I don't know.
Those are all different stories.
Would I like to? Yes.
Those are all different questions, but yeah. But could we get in trouble for it? And if you're gonna get in trouble for it, you're not gonna do it. You know right off the bat, I can't do it. So you're gonna have to stand and watch somebody get killed because you're not allowed to help him by shooting him.
But you know
Right.
what Colorado has is a make my day law.
So
And
you're
I'll-
telling me you're not going to help the person. You're going to watch them die.
No, I'm gonna kill those people.
Okay. What if they're
What
wearing?
happens if you
okay.
kill him and you
Hold
go
on.
to jail?
Hold on. What if they're wearing your favorite?
A lot of
uh,
questions in that.
What if you're?
That's-
Hold on. What if they're wearing your favorite football team's hat? People killing the guy. You gonna kill him then?
You know what I get? I get a Nancy Kerrigan asp like you were talking about in the first
Yeah.
place, and I would beat the living piss out of those fuckers.
Okay, you'll beat
So
the living
they-
shit out of them, even if
But
they're
no-
wearing your favorite football team's hat.
If they're
Yeah, you
gonna kill
got it.
somebody for
Yeah.
for no reason,
They're killing them. They're
It's
killing them right in
defended.
front of you.
Yeah,
You're killing
no,
them right
you
in front
gotta
of you.
stop it. You gotta
No,
try to
no,
stop
Gotta
it.
stop. Okay.
yeah, you gotta stop it.
What if
stop
they're
it.
wearing your favorite football team shirt and hat?
It doesn't fucking matter. I can
Come on, Sean, with that
Yeah,
shit. What are you
NFL right
doing?
now.
Doesn't
You know,
matter what
if
they're wearing.
they got a picture of your wife on it. They got a picture of your wife on their shirt. You know?
Okay,
Come
what
on.
So it doesn't matter what it doesn't matter what they're wearing. You're saying it doesn't matter what they're wearing. You're
No,
saying it doesn't matter. So
No,
if
it's their
you see
actions.
these
They're
guys,
killing somebody.
okay, what if what they're wearing is a policeman's uniform?
And the crowd goes
Shit.
silent.
yeah, shit, man.
You watch the whole thing happen. They're completely in the wrong. If you shot them, you're completely right, Sully. But you're gonna go to jail.
You know
You
what,
go to jail if
dude?
they ain't a cop.
No, but
Even
you
if they're
know
not a
what,
cop, you're going to jail.
Sean, I haven't thought about it like that, man.
Yep, that was a good point.
If
That's a
anyone,
really
if
good
any one
point.
of those people that watched that happen to George Floyd, if anybody went up and just knocked those guys out, they'd be in prison. He'd be going to prison, hardcore.
Yep.
None of this would be happening in our country. No outrage, no nothing. But that person who saved his life would go to prison. Even though they were all charged with murder. All the cops completely wrong. If anyone tried to stop that, they would go to prison.
Yep.
I think you would also have to know right from the beginning what was happening too. I mean, if you walked up
Yeah,
on it,
I
and
said
didn't
you.
know
I
what the
said you were there from the beginning.
story-
People,
you
people
know,
were
okay,
there
that's
from
a
the beginning.
different story. Yeah. Yep. All right, cool. Well, Sean, with that being said, man, I appreciate you calling me on again.
All right.
Tom, always a pleasure.
Oh,
I gotta
yeah,
go.
later, man. You take it easy, man.
Everything. Yeah, I'm out of here. Tom, enjoy yourself in those
Yeah.
woods up there. Sean, always a pleasure, brother.
Take care, Larry. We're gonna
I'll
end it.
talk
We're
to you
gonna end it with
soon.
that, dude. You take care, Larry.
All right.
All right,
thank
You
you.
guys take care. It's been
Thanks.
good
Bye.
hanging out with you.
Take
I'll
care.
see you guys in the
All
next stream. Bye.
right, later, Sean. Bye.